everybody, and welcome to a brand new show of the Codex channel. We're calling this Code-X Slabbed. With me, as always, is Wes, Rebel Scum, and Tim the Terrible. How you guys doing tonight?
Very good, very good.
How about yourself?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Ready to talk slabs.
Heck yeah.
Let's do it. We're doing here is going to be all about slab books. We're going to talk about the how-tos, what we have, where to buy, where to sell. But today, we're just going to cover us.
Right on. Sounds good.
But first, let's take a little quick sponsor break here and talk about W Energy. We got to go to WGG and order their energy drink. It is a great, clean energy drink, no sugar. It is all vitamins. It is excellent to drink. And they have a ton of flavors out. Go visit them at WGG, and you could use the word Codex, that's COD-X, and save yourself 10% on that order. And now let's hear a word from our sponsor, WGG Energy Drink.
All right, guys, check out our sponsor and partner, W Energy. That's W.GG if you guys want to go find more of this product. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is my first time actually trying it. We did get it. Me and Sally actually did get it about a few days ago. This is my first time using it, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is the most energy I've ever had on one of these episodes. I am not lying. I've been bouncing in my chair. This is the cleanest form of an energy drink you will find on the market. Trust me when I say that. There's no jitters. There's no angst. There's nothing but pure energy drinking this. Right now, I'm drinking the Dragonade, and it is phenomenal. No bad aftertaste like most of those energy drinks that you find out there. So, guys, definitely go check out W, and that's W.GG for more, and use the code word code-X at checkout and save yourselves 10% on your order and purchases. And if you don't believe me, let's hear from Sal himself, who doesn't even like energy drinks.
Okay, I'm going to say this. I never liked energy drinks. I was always too jittery. The crash was terrible after them, and the taste was also horrible on lots of those. So I stayed away from them. But now I've tried this one, and I'm telling you, there was no jitters. There was no crash. It tasted great. There was no bad aftertaste. I love this energy drink. This is a good thing to have, and I'm definitely going to buy some more. All right, there you go. Testimonial from myself on this energy drink. It is good. Hey. You should definitely check it out.
Yeah. I've actually got some in my cart ready to push enter in probably here in just a few minutes.
All right, so what I figured, let's go around here. We could give us a little 2-minute speech about yourself, and I'll start off. I'm Sal. I got a channel on YouTube called Sal's Comic Corner. I'm also on Instagram as SlabGuy77, and basically, I talk about my slabs. I show unboxings. I show how to crack open slabs. I show books off with defects and what to look for when you're thinking about grading books. That's what my channel is mostly about. And right now, I've got about 180 slabs total in my collection. So, Rebel Scum, what do you got?
Well, I don't have 180 slabs, that's for sure. But I did count. I counted today to verify. Now, this, of course, includes the ones that are currently for sale in my booth. So I'm Wes. I don't really sell on social media or anything, or have my own YouTube channel, other than when these gentlemen are wonderful enough to allow me to come on. I do resell some slabs. I sell on eBay some, and I also have a booth in Sweetwater, Tennessee. It's awesome. You should check it out if you're ever in there.
I can attest to that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Really, it's just the funnest thing in the world to do that. It's just really cool. I counted all my slabs today, and I have 72.
Nice.
I actually didn't realize I had that many until I counted them. I'm like, oh, I've got 72 slabs. Awesome.
It sneaks up on you.
It does, and I've got more coming. So,
awesome.
So yeah, Tim. Tim's like, I have 3.
No. I have more than 3, less than 20.
I know. But yeah, that's
okay.
me. I'm just a
cool
regular comic collector, and there you go.
All right, Tim, tell me about you.
Hi, guys. You know me, Tim the Terrible from the Codex podcast, Codex After Dark, decoding panels, and so much more on the Codex station. It is an honor and a pleasure to sit with these two guys that know way more about encapsulation of comic books than I do. I have 13 slabs, 12 CGC, 1 CBCS. I do not resell as of yet, but certain books that I've already gotten slabbed, I'm using to resell. I'm more in it for the display than anything else. I want to build a wall that rivals Sal's.
Oh,
And I
Good
want
luck.
to have and I want to have big boy books like Wes has.
yes.
And
I'm jealous of those.
I'm slowly working on that. I think the slabs that I have done now are surprising in the grades that they came back in, and beautiful, beautiful books. And I can't wait to show them to you guys.
Yeah.
Nice. That'd be awesome.
Slab what you
That'd be
like.
awesome.
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely. Definitely. All right. So that kind of leads us to our opening question. Why do we slab? So for me, it's all about the artwork. I love displaying the artwork because I feel it's, like a tremendous piece. It needs to be displayed. And there's nothing better than preserving it in a case like this to show it off to the world. Hiding it in a box to me is unfair to the comic and to the artist itself. So how about you, Wes?
I 100% agree with that. That's not the main reason that I slab, but I am, like Tim, planning on doing. I would love to do something similar to what you've done.
That nice clean wall.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll have 7 rows like you do, but one good solid row, I would be happy, and just change those out from time to time. But you're right, the artwork is a big deal. And it's a big deal, and I do slab some things because they looked really cool.
Yeah.
But for me, mostly it can get complicated. But the main reason I do it is I slab for value, not necessarily for resale, but for value. So, for instance, you can see behind me that Iron Man #1 there. I'm going to eventually get that slabbed. I would also, if it was Iron Man 207, if it was an amazing cover, I would get that slab too, but that would take priority, obviously. If I'm going to slab something, generally speaking, it's to preserve it, to preserve the value, and to ensure that value is set in stone. And that's kind of where it is for that, and to protect it, of course, but display as well.
Okay. All right, Tim, what are your thoughts?
The reason I slab is kind of an amalgamation of both of you guys. First and foremost, I want preservation of books, and I want books that I think are going to, as Sal says, this is a great book to display.
Yeah.
That is first and foremost what I want. If I slab a book, I want it to be a book that I'm going to be proud to put up, regardless of value or condition, that I'm going to be proud to put up and be like, hey, check this out. This is awesome. And tell the story behind it. But on the same coin, value is another thing too. There are some books that I know are incredibly valuable slabbed, and I know that I can take those books that I have no personal value in, and I can get rid of them, and I can get books that I want that I can slab and have to display, like eventually an Amazing Spider-Man 300 or New Mutants 98 or something like that, something incredibly crazy that I can't afford without selling a child.
Right.
But yeah, display and artwork, our primary value is right underneath that, and resale is a very creeping up there third.
I've thought of a good phrase. It's called fun to have it.
Yeah,
that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Use books to buy more books.
Well, I've got some books here in my slab collection, though very small. I'm creeping up on you guys. That I got from Wes just for the pure fact of having them. I mean, I have a slabbed Maw #1, resale value's $20. But the reason I have that is for sentimental reasons, because I interviewed both the writer and the artist for Maw, and I'll never get rid of that.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that kind of segues to our next good topic. What's your favorite slab? So you want me to go first on this one again?
Tough, right?
Yeah, go right ahead.
We could change it up if you want, but we can do this. I got 2 that are at least my favorite. I got Amazing Spider-Man #361,
Yep.
This is coming in at a 9.6, but it's also signed by
And remarked, right?
And remarked by Bagley.
Is that Bagley art?
That's
Yeah.
Bagley art on there.
That is Bagley at its finest.
Oh yeah.
That's Bagley at its finest. The second one I got is Amazing Spider-Man number 151. This is dual signed by Stan Lee and John Romita Sr.
Wow.
John Romita Sr.
This is why we do this show.
Yeah.
This book came in at an 8.5, but you know what? I don't care. This is a
Who
great
cares?
book. You know, this is a great book.
Exactly.
This will always be on my collection.
Sal, that
Don't
cover you have there, I have on one of the particle board things that Marvel put out a long time ago, a couple of years ago. I've got that on my wall. That's one of my favorite pieces hanging up right now.
Cool. All right. So, Rebel Scum, what do you got for favorite books or favorite slabs?
Well, I'm kind of cheating because I've already showed these slabs off before in a prior show.
That's all right.
But these are these are my two favorites, and these are, and one of them is X-Men number 8. Let me get those right there.
Nice. I have that.
Yep, I saw that, and in a better grade too.
Oh, do I? Ooh, gotcha.
Yeah, yours was a 5, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember I watched your video and I was like, dang it. And then this is my favorite here.
That's a good one.
Right.
That's a good
These aren't my most valuable, but these are definitely my favorite because these were my dad's. These were from my dad's collection. Some of the few that kind of survived. So that's why those are my favorite. So
nice.
So,
sentimental value is always.
But at the same time, these are absolute 100% hand-me-downs. These are going to be handed down again, and so. But that's favorite.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And for that reason.
How about you, Tim? How about you, Tim? What are your favorite slabs?
So I've got my two here. The first one is a birthday gift that I got, and I showed this before, but I am very happy to show it again. This is my Uncanny X-Men number 266. I got this from my buddy Nick for my birthday, and that came back at an 8.5. So this is a book that I'll never get rid of under any circumstances because it was a birthday gift from somebody that I cherish and respect and love. Let's see.
Awesome.
Here. Yeah, and this
I have that book too.
Do you? What grade do you have it in? Or
actually,
is it
I think
graded?
it's 8.5 as well.
Ooh, newsstand or direct?
Direct.
Mine's newsstand.
Yeah, mine is an 8, and it's a newsstand. Yeah, so.
That's
Awesome.
not
So
true, Wes. You've
No,
got
it's
a 9.2 coming.
Ooh.
Huh?
You've
What
got
was
your
that?
you've got your 9.2 coming.
A 9.2. Yeah, right.
This one?
Yeah.
The one that you won in the auction? or
Oh,
whatever?
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Sal, did you know that?
I did not know this.
Oh man, I guess we could talk about it. I really wish it had made it here in time, guys, because it would have been perfect for this show, since it's all about slabs. So, all right, so, Sal, you remember when I sent you that link for that guy that was doing that auction that one time on it? It wasn't that book; it was another book or something.
Right.
I don't remember what it was now. And Tim, you bought a few spots for that too.
Yeah.
It was on a comic book Facebook page. Posting for an auction. Not an auction, a raffle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you had a certain amount of slots. Well, the same thing happened again, except for this time it was for an Uncanny 266, 9.2. It was a direct, but still 9.2.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought 4 slots for $5 a piece.
Oh, my
You do the
God.
math. $20. And guess who won? This guy.
I'm jelly. I'm
So
jelly.
it's on the way right now. He put it in the mail. He put it in the mail yesterday. So it'll be here tomorrow. Now that we're doing this show today. But that's right, Tim. Man, I had almost forgot.
I didn't forget about it.
Am I that I almost forgot about that?
Send me a pic when you do get it, because I want to see
man.
it.
I lost my mind, and the first thing I did was like, Tim. I'm like, Tim. And I was like, dude, I won. And I mean, I've never won anything in my life. Not really. Not really. And I couldn't believe it. And that one, Tim, I think you found has a value of around $200 to $230.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, that's
awesome.
great. So yeah, anyways, yes.
Well, let me
All
show
right.
you the second book
Yeah.
that I have. This one was one of the first books I got graded, and I send my books through Wes. And yeah, this was the first grouping that I sent out, and I didn't have any work done to it at all. And Wes and I looked over the book, and we both were like, "Yeah, 9.4, 9.6. That's about what it looks like." And we'll just kind of see what happens. Well, it came back at a 9.8, and I
Oh.
could not be happier. And this
Oh, I
is
know the one you're talking
Spider-Man number
Yep.
1, the
Oh, yes.
silver edition.
Yes.
Nice.
This, yeah, I've had this book since it came off the rack at a local comic shop in Big Rapids, Michigan.
And how special is that?
Yeah, that I
You picked it up off the rack,
yeah,
kept it for 30 years almost,
yeah.
and it came back a 9.8.
I was
That's a testament to how well you keep your stuff.
You and I were so surprised when that came back. You were like, dude, that's unbelievable. Yeah.
Well,
So,
I knew the grades, remember, and I sent them to you.
yeah,
And you revealed it on a show.
yeah.
And if you guys go back and find that video, those of you who are watching, go find it and look at Tim's eyes when he pulls that thing up. It's like he went it was great.
Unsurprising. Yes.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
So those are my two most prized slabs that I own.
Nice. So now, what do you guys got lined up to be slabbed? You got 4 books each? Because I've got 4 books.
You mind if I go first?
Please.
You go first. Let's change it up.
All
You
right.
go first.
So
then Rebel Scum, you can go next.
Okay.
So Sal, Wes and I have some books out right now. I'm sure we'll talk about that here in a few minutes. But the books that are next in my grouping that are going to go out with Wes's books is Gargoyles number 1. This is the newsstand print for the Marvel run, not the reissue for Dynamite, but the newsstand print for Marvel.
Oh yeah.
And Wes has looked over this book. I have looked over this book. We have gone over it, I think, several times trying to look for any defects that we can find. And I am very confident that this could come back at a 9.8, but I will very happily settle for a 9.6. The next one that is going to go out in the next grouping is probably the most expensive book that I own. And that is Marvel Superhero Secret Wars number 8.
Got that one right there.
And I got mine right there.
What are your guys' grades? Because I've got ideas. Okay.
Damn it, Sal. Mine's a 9.2.
9.2.
I also got it signed by Michael Zek.
Okay. You know what? You know what?
I am hoping for a 9.4 or a 9.6 at best. I think a 9.4 is more realistic, but I think a 9.6 is not out of the realm.
That would be outstanding.
Yeah.
I would take either. I would take either.
I'd take a 9.0. I'd be very happy with that. The next one I'm going to do is a book that I got out of a collection I bought recently. I've talked about this a million times on the Codex station. Long story short, I bought a collection from a friend of my mom for a fair chunk of change. Got quite a bit of books out of that, some good books and some filler books, but this one definitely is going out. This is the newsstand version of X-Men number 1, the Magneto cover.
Newsstand.
Nice.
Yeah.
Newsstand. Yep.
Yeah, and that is going out. I think raw as of this recording, monetary value is around $60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and last but not least, this one is a piece of comic history, and I very much want to get it sent out. This is the George Perez artwork, and Potter and Patterson also are on the creative team, but this is Wonder Woman number 1.
Oh, nice.
Post,
you can't go wrong with George Perez. Can't
oh,
go wrong.
no.
Yeah.
And this cover is a classic cover, and I think this is Perez at some of his best work.
Absolutely.
When we did Comic
100%.
Character of the Week, when we did Wonder Woman, I think that was one of my favorite covers.
Oh, it's amazing. It's a beautiful cover. But yeah, those are the 4 that I have next. Wes, what about you?
Yeah, Wes, what do you got?
So not counting the ones that are currently that are out. So the next submission beyond that,
Right.
So since we can just pick 4, that's hard, but that's okay. So these 2 here, these are 2 that I'm going to have pressed first and then submitted to CBCS because of the signature verification.
Nice.
This one is Back to the Future Part 1, signed by Christopher Lloyd.
Oh,
I remember when you got that done.
Yep, I got that done at
jealous.
it was at the Fanboy Expo that came to town last year.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool. So there's one. This one is the Red Hulk #1, signed by McGinnis.
Nice.
So that's really cool. Has a little certificate, if that means anything. But,
Now, do not send the certificate in. Keep the certificate out when you send it in.
Yeah, because they'll just disregard. Yeah. Thank you, though. And I'm going to do it through My Guys Comics, who, by the way, we did a show on. So if you guys are watching this, go back and watch that show. It was really cool. And that's a segment we're doing called On the Spot. So you guys make sure to watch that. So that one, I'm really looking forward to that one because this one is popping. Or at least it will be, and it is. So that one's good. And then the other 2, it's hard for me to choose. I've got like a stack of like 8 here, guys. You're making it hard on me. So I'm going to send this one in, but this one will have to go into a different submission, but it is going to be sent in. And it's this here, Man-Thing #10. That's the first solo story with Man-Thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's probably in the 8.5 range, 8.0, 8.5 range.
Still,
so that,
good.
But that of course will have to go economy. I can send it in, but I don't like sending economy mixed with modern. It just I don't know. I don't like doing that. But that'll be going in. And then recently, I found this to be an interesting value. Speaking of value, I'm sending this one in. It's Venom Lethal Protector #6.
That's a great cover.
Ooh.
So that at a 9.8, even at the direct, is over $200.
So isn't that the one where they force spawned the 5 symbionts, extra symbionts from him?
I don't think so. I think that was issue 4.
Yeah, that's issue 4 where you have all the first Thrasher or last,
Shriek, Riot, all them guys.
Riot, all that. That's 4. 3 had some cameos. This one, there's no key mentioned on cover price or what. And now I might be wrong if you want to go look at your app, but anyways, this is over $200 at a 9.8, and this is absolutely a 9.8 candidate.
Wow.
So I'll be sending that in. And this will be, and this is one of those other 3 that I showed will not be for resale. This will be for resale. So because it's over a certain value. So
do I need to?
And it's a really cool cover.
Do I need to fill out a check now or later, Wes?
Well, I tell you what, we'll see what it comes back at. Since I'm becoming kind of a 9.8 snob, maybe if it comes back anything less, I'll give you a really good deal just to get rid of it.
Tim, here's this silly 9.6.
Yeah,
this can't have this.
Who has time for 9.6s anyway?
Yeah, come on, away with that.
Wes, I begrudge you to give me the 9.6.
Right, but I've got a whole stack of other stuff that I'm sending, but those are the 4 that I wanted to highlight.
I saw that gold Spider-Man #1.
I'm going to send that one in, and that'll be my second. If it comes back at 9.8, that'll be my second one of those. I'll keep one, sell it, and sell the other one. So
there you go.
Nice.
Yeah. Now that's not to mention the cool stuff that that Tim and I have out right now.
Yeah,
we'll get into that here in a little while, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that.
Yeah.
So I want to just kind of like pause for 1 second and say what you were alluding to for economy class and tier class of grading. We're going to have a separate show discussing all the fine points of each grading company and what those tier levels mean and represent.
Right. And that's what this show is all about, right?
That's right.
In talking about cool stuff, but also informing and helping others make informed decisions on whether to slab things, how to go about it, who to use, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Yep. That'll be a future episode.
Yep.
All right. So my 4 books that are next in rotation, at least for CGC. I've got probably another 4 books for CBCS, but my next batch will be CGC. So I'm going with the Spider-Man Stormbreakers variant.
I love that cover.
I love this cover too.
Isn't that awesome? That is awesome.
I got Avenging Spider-Man #9.
Oh, Captain
And
Marvel.
man, this is minty. Let me tell
That's
you
one of the
something.
ones you dug out of one of those boxes in your storage unit, right?
I did. I
Yeah.
did.
And you rediscovered them.
Right. Buried treasure. I called it
Yeah,
buried treasure.
yeah.
Incredible Hulk 449, the
Oh,
Perseverance of the
First
Thunderbolts,
Thunderbolts.
newsstand edition.
Newsstand.
Newsstand.
Well done.
And then I have this X-Men Alpha, the gold foil edition.
Oh, so
Well,
good.
that screams 1993, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. It does. But it was awesome.
Yeah.
And this one's a little rough on some edges, but I think it will still fetch a good grade. I got to go through these and double check them for sure. But those are my 4 in my next list for submission.
Nice.
Rebel Scum approves this message.
Nice. All right, guys. So you mentioned you got some books out already in the grading process. I do not have any in the grading process. So, Rebel Scum, tell us what you got in the grading process right now.
Well, now Tim, remind me if I forget any.
I've got my 4 listed, and I know half of what you have out right now.
Okay.
I'm mentally picturing it.
All right. So I'm trying to remember right now. Okay, here we go. I have Amazing Spider-Man #4, First Silk, out. Now, when I say out, they're not at CBCS or CGC yet.
Isn't that Original Sin?
Yes, Original Sin. That's Amazing Spider-Man #4.
Yeah.
So what do you mean when you're saying that they're out?
Right now, they are being pressed, cleaned, and then
so they're in the earlier stages of the submission process.
Correct.
They actually went into this stage a day or 2 ago.
Actually, today. So
today,
the other day, he the guy messaged me, said, "Hey, you're 2 submissions away," because I send mine to a third party. I don't use CCS, so which is another show in the future, right? So he's got them, and he was just kind of keeping me updated where they are. Like, hey man, I know it's been a while. You're next. Okay, so our stuff is now beginning to come to the surface or bubble to the surface. So so got that one. Original Sin, Amazing Spider #4, First Silk. I have Amazing Spider-Man 361, First Carnage, newsstand.
Nice.
I have Transformers #1, newsstand.
Yeah.
Jealous.
Yeah, that one, guys. Oh.
I got the rest of the Transformers he got. He kept that one.
Yeah,
I got a short box full of Transformers books.
Yeah, and that was some good stuff though. But 100%, yeah, I absolutely kept that #1. You damn right I did. I know I'm missing 1 or 2. My All-Star Squad. What is it?
First Power Girl.
Yeah, it's the first Power Girl. I can't remember the number now. All-Star Squad 76 or 67. I'm having dyslexia now, but yeah.
You got one more.
So that's a cool. What am I forgetting?
The Iron Man issue with Dr. Doom.
Thank you. Iron Man #150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's the classic cover.
Yeah, and I had 3 copies of those, and I sent in. Well, now I have 2. Tim's got 1. But I have 2 now. I sent in the best of the 3, or the best of the 2 that I had left. Well, best of the 3. I'll be honest.
When Wes shows me books, he's not showing them to sell them to me. I'm just like,
yeah, put that one to the side for me. And you said that, I was like, sure. So I put one to the side, and I gave you.
What are you going to do with that?
Huge friends and family discount for sure. That's because we're good friends now, and whatever. But and again, I'm not usually in it for the money, anyways. I'm usually in it for so.
No, when you and I go over, when you and I look at books, it's more like 2 kids in a BMX bicycle shop, and we're like, check all this out. This is amazing.
Yeah. So that Iron Man 150 is like super pretty. I'm not expecting a 9.8. If I'm being honest with myself, it's probably around a 9.4 or maybe a 9.6, but a 9.4, 9.6. But either way, it's such a cool cover. I don't believe I'll sell that one ever really. I've got the other raw, I'll probably sell it, but as far as like, the graded one, I'm keeping it. So those are the ones that are currently out for me. Now, Tim, you've got some in that same pile.
Yes.
Why don't you talk about that?
So I've got 2 that are not getting any work done. These books, one is going to my daughter, the other is for me. Both are Art Germ variant covers, so they're B variants for DC. The first is Supergirl number 28.
Yep.
That is going directly to my daughter. It doesn't matter what grade that comes back as. She just really loved the cover.
Yeah.
And she's going to put that in her room. And if this is how she wants to do comic books, I will support and feed that all day long.
100%.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
Yeah. The next one is also an Art Germ variant. That one's coming back to me. That's a Batgirl number 31. No work's being done to it. I personally think both of those are going to come back as 9/8s. But even if they come back as 9/6s, I don't care.
Yeah, they're in beautiful shape, so yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
The next one is a book that I'm getting done to resell. I have 2 copies. One currently is raw. The other is out getting worked on right now. This is getting the works pressed and all that stuff. This is Futurama number 1. And resale value for that is pretty significant. And I'd like to use that to trade to get some bigger books that I don't own. And then the next one is for personal collection, and that is Venom Lethal Protector number 1.
Yep.
Good books.
Everybody
Good books,
has to
guys.
have a Lethal Protector number 1 in their collection.
And a Spider-Man number 1.
And a Spider-Man number 1 or a 13. Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
100%.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right,
Not
guys,
everybody
well,
can be as cool as me and have the Spider-Man number 1398 in a newsstand, but whatever.
we only live in your world, Rebel. Come on.
Right.
We only live in your world.
Exactly.
Come on. All right, guys. So I think we could wrap this up now and call this show a success, I would say. So let's go. I'm going to go around the circle. I'm Sal the Slab Guy. You can catch me on Sal's Comic Corner or here on Codex Graded. How about you, Rebel Scum? Where can they find you?
Again, not a big social media presence. I've got some, but as far as me, I've got eBay is Rebel Scum Comics and Collectibles on eBay, and also I have a booth that I sell things at an antique shop in Sweetwater, Tennessee, and but yeah, that's about it.
Cool. And Tim, where can they find you?
Guys, I am all over the Codex station. I'm on the podcast. I'm on After Dark. I'm right here on Code-X Slabbed and so much more. All you got to do is type in the Codex station for our socials and you'll find us there.
All right, guys, don't forget to check out our sponsor, WGG, and save 10% by using that code word of Codex. That's CODEX with the hyphen in there. And one more place you need to go because they have slabs as well. Heroscornercomics. Check out heroscornercomics.com and check out their website. They have a lot of slabs, a lot of exclusives as well. And if you use the code word Codex, that's CODEX with no hyphen, you'll save 20%. So be sure to check them out. And I think we got a commercial for them, Tim, don't we?
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, when Jamie's not here, he's always here. Listen to his smooth, seductive voice. Tell us all about how we can save 20%.
Everyone, if you're anything like me, you love comics, but you also love a good deal. And our friends over at Heroes Corner Comics have just the deal for you. From exclusives to back issues, graded slabs, current issues, and even set up a subscription with them. And all you have to do is use the keyword Code-X at checkout. That's CODEX, and you will save 20% store-wide. So don't miss out.
Definitely don't miss out. Go check out Heroes Corner Comics. Great site to hit.
Yep.
So this is call this a wrap. Then I'm Sal the Slab Guy. Thank you, Rebel Scum. Thank you, Tim. I hope you guys have a 9.8 day.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.